Hello, gentlemen. Today I'm going to break down a preview of my Bengals offense that just dropped on acemadden.com last night, and it's probably the most balanced scheme I've ever created. I can run the ball like 50% of the time, pass the ball 50% of the time. It's just really consistent on both sides. I usually don't do that. I usually create something that's really pass heavy, like 80% pass, 20% run, maybe even more. But this year, you can really take advantage of these runs. Like, for instance, we talk about single back, wing flex, close. And it's just insanely good. Single back, wing flex, close runs just completely gape the defense. And then you have shotgun, wing slot, offset, which is the other formation I talk about in the playbook. And they just pair really nicely because they're basically the same formation. One's just in gun, a little bit more spread out, and then single back, wing flex, close is under center. But it's the same personnel. So what I'm going to do is talk about this one first, which is PA double post, which is kind of like our money play in this formation. I have 6 setups for this. I'm just going to show you one of them. But what we're going to do is have the ball on the right hash, block your outside tight end, and wheel route your running back. And this wheel route from your running back, even if you don't use this scheme, you need to put it on the field because it's going to torch man, and it also can beat zone. So let's go ahead and snap the ball. This is a designed rollout play. And against cover 3, you're looking to hit like this guy here. Yes, he can totally get usered. But if he does get usered, something else is probably going to be open. So right here, he just got completely destroyed. But it's just a fun rollout play. Right here, there's the running back. In MUT, be very careful doing this. Burrow does have sideline deadeye, so some of these passes are going to be more accurate than what you're going to see in MUT right now, especially All-Pro, because quarterbacks in All-Pro right now are just complete sheiks. But as you can see, it's just so easy. And in the event that nothing's open, you can just throw the ball away or take off with your quarterback. Now, I want to run it one more time. So right there, that's just a really good play by Sauce. He just broke on the ball like crazy. You don't have to roll out. You can actually run the play just kind of like this and hit like the tight end crosser or something, because the tight end crosser is really good. He just got completely laid out. And then we have other plays that are just kind of like more fundamental where, you know, you're not necessarily like putting all deep routes on the field. But that's pretty much the breakdown for PA double post. Next up, we have single back, wing flex, close, which is the more balanced formation of the two because you have stretch, you have zone weak, and you have dive, which are all great runs. And I show you how to juice this formation and like make your blocking a little bit better in the ebook. I'm not going to show you how to do that in this video. You'll have to check out the ebook for that. But yeah, those runs are great. They're going to be good versus pretty much anybody because they're really hard to shoot, especially the zone weak. The zone weak is like, it just gets up to the second level and blocks the user a lot of times. But what we're going to do is talk about PA cross country. And this setup is going to be on the left hash. And it's another rollout setup. If you guys don't like rollout setups, I still have plenty of fundamental setups in the ebook too. So it's not just this constantly. What we're going to do is, I'm sorry, I didn't even tell you the setup, I was talking. What you're going to do is wheel your running back. Wheel the running back. Motion him out. He's going to become a receiver. I'm going to delay fade the outside tight end and then drag the outside receiver. So this is a rollout play. We want to roll out immediately. However, you always want to kind of look at this outside tight end and make sure, you know, he's going to pick up somebody. Like, for instance, if that guy that's outside of him is blitzing, you know, you might not be able to roll out. So let's go ahead and look. He's not blitzing. We can roll out, and then we can try to hit this crosser. Now, Sauce is just incredible. He's breaking on these routes immediately. I think his back was turned too. But we effectively cut the field in half with this setup. The delay fade was open, the drag was open, and the crosser was open. You see how just 3 of the routes are open. So right here, remember, look at our delay fade. Make sure he's going to pick up a block. He does. Let's roll out. Right here, yet again, all 3 routes are open. Any of you guys can run this setup. It's very simple. Like I said, everything's flowing to the same side. We effectively cut the field in half. Right here, defensive end is kind of like wide. He's like in a wide 9. Be very careful. Make sure he's going to get picked up. He does. You can just take your check down if you want. Get your 5 to 6 yards. Really hard play to defend. You have really good protection because you basically have 1.5 extra blockers to start the play, seal the edge, get outside the pocket. Now, before I move on, I just want to mention that this is only part 1 of the ebook. Part 2 is going to drop next week, and it has more of a focus on 3 wide receiver sets. So like tight Y off is a formation. I'll probably do minor breakdowns on bunch halfback strong and bunch offset. And then tight slots halfback weak is going to get a lot of work because it's a really good formation. And then I also have some setups out of gun bunch quads. So these are all 3 wide receiver sets. Meanwhile, what I just showed you are just 2 tight end sets. But you'll kind of have a little bit of everything. You can kind of have some variation with your personnel. So what I'm going to do is show you a setup out of tight slots halfback weak, just to give you a preview of what is coming in part 2. For tight slots halfback weak, let's go ahead and talk about flood, which is a play I have quite a few setups out of. I'll just show you one of them. But what we're going to do is actually put the ball on the left hash. You want your running back to be on the short side. And the reason for that is we have this really good corner route from Y. And you want this outside receiver, which is X, to clear out zones for him. And if you're on the wide side, you can't do that. So what we're going to do is, like I said, streak this guy. Then we're going to block the tight end. So your play should look like this. And it's just a very easy play to read. Like all the plays I've shown you today are kind of the same in that regard. Like they all kind of flow to the same side. Not all the setups do that, but this just makes it really beginner friendly. Very easy to read. But you see how this just kind of clears out space for this corner route. And this corner route is often going to separate versus man coverage too. So it's just very easy to run. Just possession catch that. You don't have a whole lot of room to run because we're on the short side. Now, the one thing you can consider changing on this setup is out route your running back. And the reason you might want to do this is in some cases, this out route is going to get out there faster. Like he's going to run the route faster. Like if you look at the table route, he runs kind of slow. Like, yes, he is going to get out to the flats, which is nice. Like if they're not running a double Mabel, it's really good. But if they run a man coverage, you have no chance of separating on that. And the out route does have a chance of separating. So like right here, you see how fast he ran that route? He just kind of ran it with purpose instead of the table route that just kind of jogs the entire time. So it's worth mixing in, you know, this. I'm surprised he played that, to be completely honest with you. I thought he was going to get over that. So good to know. Stock Cloud is going to bag corner out. You have to take your check down. So right here, you see the out route, just bad throw by Burrow, but the table route wouldn't have gotten open like that. So right here, I know it's a man coverage, a cover 0. Maybe put my running back on an in route, just an extra man beating route. Boom, just like that. So that's going to be it for the preview of my Bengals offense. If you guys enjoyed that, please drop a like and subscribe for more Madden 24 content. And if you want the full scheme, acemadden.com. Use code ACE for 15% off. You're going to gain access to this ebook as well as every single other ebook on the site, as well as the ebooks that are coming up in the near future. We're going to have a defense dropping very soon, and then more offense probably at the end of next week. You'll gain all of that for like $8 if you use code ACE on the base membership. So it's very cheap, and it's going to make your life so much easier. You're going to win more games. So check that out. I'll see you guys tomorrow.